Krishna Joshi, an MTech passed out from NIT Agartala, and with me we have Busarsi, Varsharani, Suryam. They all are from NIT Agartala, and Harshal Panchal also. We have Subham Kumar, who is from NICMAR, and apart from that, we are going to discuss on beam analysis, and we'll take different boundary condition and talk about the analysis and their behavior. So Harshal will present the Excel sheet. So Harshal, hello Harshal.
Okay. Thank you, Krishna. So everyone know I am Harshal, and I completed my MTech from NIT Agartala in the structural engineering. So now I will show the Excel sheet in which we can analyze the different kind of beams. Like we have a 6 kind of beams: simple beam, prop beam, fixed beam, cantilever beam, and continuous beam. Apart from, we have another beam is the overhang beam. So from all the beams, we have the different load condition. The load is the UDL, UVL, point load, and the moments. So we can discuss a simple example. So now we can see, this is the example of our beam. This is the simply supported beam on which the two load is acting. First one is the point load and second one is the UDL. So we can analyze this beam in this Excel sheet. So firstly, I just introduce this Excel sheet. So in this Excel, here you can see these are here the 4 kind of beam is there. First one is the simple, prop, fix, and cantilever. So these are the 2 supports. In the simple beam, there are 2 supports. First one is the hinge, second one is the roller. And in prop beam, there is the 2 support. First one is the fix and second one is the roller support. In fixed beam, the both end are the fixed, and in cantilever, one end is fixed and another one is the free. So firstly, we can choose the beam, whatever beam we have to analyze. So in this, we can we can choose the beam like a span type is simple, prop, fix, and cantilever. So in this one, I just choose, our example is the simple beam. This is the simply supported beam. So we choose the simple beam here. And here we can put our span. Here some modulus of elasticity of the beam and inertia of the beam. And apart from that, we can see the loading condition. The first load you can see here, this is the full uniform load. This is the UDL load, which will apply on the beam. Second one is the distributed load. Here we can distribute the UDL load as well as the UVL load, uniform varying load. So here you can see the distance is B and here is the distance is E. So distance B is the starting point of the UVL load. So you can see here, this is the B and here E is the end of that load. So here the distance is E. Apart this, we put some point load. So here you can see the point load. Here the distance is A and the load is E. So the distance A is from the left support of the beam, and the load is where acting we can put here. Then another load is the moment load. So we can put the moment load here. And here you can see the shear force diagram and bending moment diagram from the loading condition, different kind of loading condition. Here you can see the slope and deflection diagram of that beam. Apart from these, we can analyze the beam in the finite element method. So we just cut our beam in the different kind of points, different kind of nodes. So in this Excel, the 51 node we defined. So on this 51 node, we can take the values of shear, moment, slope, and deflection. So this is our Excel sheet for the 4 kind of beam: simple, prop, fix, and cantilever. Then here is the another beam is the continuous beam. So in this continuous beam, you can see the different kind of spans. So we know already in the continuous beam, if our support condition is more than 2, then the beam is called the continuous beam. So on continuous beam, the intermediate support is the hinge support, and the outer support is maybe hinge, maybe pinned, or maybe fixed support. So in this one, we can put the left end here. The intermediate is the hinge support, so we no need to put the hinge support here. So we put over the end supports like left end and the right end. So in this Excel there are two supports. First one is the pinned and second one is the fixed support. So left and right we can put our support as per our analysis, and we can put the span for means in the continuous beam there is a different kind of spans. Like if our support is 3, then our span is 2. The span 1 and span 2. So in this one we can put the our span values. Second one is the same is the distributed load. This distributed load is UDL as well as the UVL. Here the point load, here is the moment, and here we can see the results like end shears, end moments, and here we can draw our shear force diagram as well as bending moment diagram. We can see here this one is the shear force and this one is the bending moment diagram for the continuous beam. And the load we can put on that beam is like this. Here is the one section is provided here, so we can see how we can put our loads. So now we can start with our example. So we can see here there is the simply supported beam on which the two load is acting. First one is the 8 kilonewton meter and second one is the 12 kilonewton. So these units of the loads and the length is in the MKS unit. So in our Excel sheet, the units are in the feet and kilopound. So firstly, we have to convert our units in the feet and the kilopound. So you can see here, the first load is the 12 kilonewton. So we have to convert this 12 kilonewton in the kilopound. So here you can see our load is 12 kilonewton. So in the kilopound, our load is 2.6977 KIP, that is kilopound unit. Okay, and second load is our 8 kilonewton per meter. So if this load is converted into kilopound divided by per feet, kilopound per feet, so it will be 0.548. Okay, so initially we have to put our load here. So firstly we choose our beam. So our beam is the simply supported, then we can choose the simple beam. Okay, our span is, the overall span of the beam is 8 meter. Here you can see 3 plus 5, that is 8 meter. So 8 meter convert into the feet. So this is our length is 8 meter. So convert is 26.2467. So this is our span of the beam. That is 26 point.
इनेबल कर लो, इनेबल नहीं है, इनेबल एडिटिंग कर लो.
Okay. So the length is 26 point. So this is our span of the beam. Here we use the massless section because this beam is the massless. So the modulus of elasticity and inertia force, it may be provided here. Suppose we can provide the 25,000 and 500. Okay.
यहाँ पे एक डाउट है, मॉडुलस ऑफ इलास्टिसिटी ऑफ मोमेंट ऑफ इनर्शिया जब हमारा मासलेस है तो यहाँ पे कोई सा भी वैल्यू रहेगा तो कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है ना?
No, there is no change in the beam.
Okay,
but this modulus of elasticity and the inertia, it will affect in the deflection and the slope values.
Okay.
So if we have to find the deflection value and slope value, then we can put the proper modulus of elasticity and the inertia value.
Okay.
Got it. Second is the load is second load is our UDL, that is 8 kilonewton per meter. So if we convert this load in the kilo pound per feet, then it will be 0.548. So this load is UDL load is all over the span. It's 0.548. Okay. So this is the UDL. Then in our beam there is a point load of 12 kilonewton. So it will start from the left support from the 3 meter apart. So firstly we have to put the distance A. So distance A is from the left support is the 3 meter. So 3 meter convert into the feet, then it will be 3 meter convert into feet, it will be 9.8425. So we put here 9.8425. Okay, and our load is 12 kilonewton. So convert the 12 kilonewton load in the KIPS, that is 2.697. So this is our load, point load, and the second one is the UDL. So we put our load, we put our load in on over the beam. So after putting this value, we can see the reaction value here and reaction value of the left support and the reaction value in the right support. So these are our values will automatically generate from this Excel sheet. And here is the maximum value of the bending moment, and the maximum value from the left support is coming from this distance. So here you can see the shear force diagram of the given loading and the bending moment diagram of that given loading. Okay. So firstly we can see here our reactions value. So you can see here the left support, the reaction coming is 8.88 kilo pound. So we can convert this 8.88 kilo pound is equal to 39.5 kilonewton reaction on the left support. So we can check here. So you can see here the reaction at the left support is 39.5 kilonewton. So this value is automatically generated by our Excel sheet. Second is the on the right support, it will be 8.22 kilopascal. It is 8.2. So we can convert it. That is 36.475. So this value is coming is 36.5 is approximately equal to that reaction. Second thing is our moment. So our moment is maximum moment coming here is 83.3 kilonewton meter, and in our Excel sheet it will be 61.4 kilo pound into feet. So if we convert this moment in the kilonewton into meters, so it will coming approximately equal to 83.3 kilonewton meter, and the distance is 11.28 feet from the left support. So it will be coming like 3. That is 11.28 feet. It is 3.438 meter from the left support. So these are the values of our shear force and the maximum bending moment. Okay. And for our deflected shape, you can see here, this is the rotation diagram and this is the deflection diagram. Okay, so for the rotation diagram and the deflection diagram, we have to calculate, we have to put the values of E and I, because we already know that in the simply supported beam, if a point load is acting on the center, the maximum bending moment, maximum deflection of that beam is PL cube divided by 48 EI. Okay, so we have to put the original value of E and I on that formula, so you can relate it with this diagram, deflected diagram.
एक मिनट
Okay.
एक मिनट ऊपर जाना. वर्षारानी, ये जो तुम स्लोप रोटेशन डायग्राम देख रही हो, यही वो डायग्राम है जो नॉन लीनियर वाले में मोमेंट रोटेशन में यूज होता है। इसकी जो वैल्यू है, यही वाली वैल्यू जो है मोमेंट रोटेशन में नॉन लीनियर वाला, जो हम जब पुश ओवर एनालिसिस करते हैं तो ये वाला डायग्राम का यूज होता है। ठीक है हर्षल, कंटिन्यू करना।
Okay. Then we can analyze our beam in the finite element method. So for the finite element method, we have to divide our beam in the different spans, different nodes. So here the beam is already cut into the 51 nodes. Okay, so on the 51 nodes, we get the value of shear, moment, slope, and deflection here. So you can see here on the 0 point, the value of shear force is 8.88, the moment will be 0, slope is 0.3504, and deflection is 0. So you can check in every nodes, every 51 nodes. Okay, so this is the simply supported beam. Apart from this, we can check our section in the fixed. Okay, so we just take the fixed beam. Suppose the span is 10 feet. Okay, so on the fixed beam, this is the fixed beam where the two ends of the beams are fixed, and the span of the beam we just assume that the 10 feet. Okay, on that beam, the load, suppose the load of UDL will come as 10 kPs per feet. Okay, and there is a no point load, so here the value is 0, and here the value is 0. Okay. So from this point we can see on our UDL, suppose on the fixed beam which span is 10 feet and the load is 10 kIPS per feet of UDL load. So from this load we get the reaction, the 50 is the 50 kilo kIPS and 50 kIPS of the reactions, and here you can see the two values of the moment at the end supports. So we already know on the fixed support there is the negative moment coming. So the negative moment value is WL square by 12. Okay, so our value of W is 10, the span is 10 square divided by 12. So 1000 divided by 12, so you can see the value is 83.33 kilo kIPS into feet. And the maximum positive value, it will come at the mid of the span. We already know, so mid of the span is 5 feet and the maximum value of the bending moment is 41.67. So here you can see the shear force diagram of the beam, and here is the bending moment diagram of the beam. So here you can see the negative moment of the fixed negative moment due to fixed end. Here also the negative moment due to fixed end, and here is the positive value of the moment due to loads. Okay, and here is the deflection diagram. So you can see on the fixed end there is a no deflection and no rotation. So here the rotation value is 0, here the deflection value is 0, and the maximum deflection at the mid of the beam. So here is the maximum deflection, and this is the finite element table. So the beam is divided into 51 parts, and each and every part we can see the values of the bending moment, shear, rotation, and the deflection. Okay. So this is the example of the fixed beam. Again, we can check with the prop cantilever beam. So the third example is for the prop cantilever beam. So we already know the property of the prop cantilever, where the one end of the beam is fixed and another end of beam is the roller or hinge. So on this the other end, the deflection of the beam will be 0 on the roller support, and here on the fixed support the negative moment will come. So we can check with our example. So suppose we take our span of the beam is 10 feet, and here we put the UDL load of 15 kilonewton per meter, 15 kIPS per feet. Okay. So for this loading, the reaction will come like 56.25 kilonewton and 93.75 kilonewton or KIPS, because this unit is in the kilopound. So we can say we can convert the kilonewton into the kilopound. So here reaction value will come. First is the 56.25, second one is the 93.75. So you can see here in our section, the A point means the left support it is the roller support and the right support is the fixed support. So here you can see the values of the moment. So on the left support the value of moment is 0. So here the value is not available. And on the right support the support is the fixed. So here the negative moment will come is minus 187.50 kilopound into feet. So the maximum value of the beam will come is 105.47 kilopound feet, and it is coming at the distance of 3.75 feet from the left support. Here is the negative moment. It will come at the end of the beam, that is 10 feet. So here you can see this shear force diagram, and here you can see the bending moment diagram. So on the bending moment diagram we can see here at the 0 0 distance, means 0 0 means here is the roller support, the moment value is 0. Here is the fixed support, then the value of moment will come in the negative zone. And this point of the beam, it's called the point of contraflexure, where the value of the bending moment is 0 and bending moment change its sign from positive to negative and negative to positive. So the distance of this point of contraflexure is coming from left support, we can calculate. So here is the deflection profile here. This is the deflection profile and this is the slope profile for this beam. So at the we know at the support level the value of deflection will be 0. So here is the value of deflection is 0. And this is the finite element method table for this prop cantilever beam. So we can find the value of each and every point of shear, moment, deflection and the rotation. So I use one example for the simply supported beam with point load and UDL. The second example is the fixed beam with the UDL. Third example with the prop cantilever beam with UDL. And the last beam is our cantilever beam. So this is our cantilever beam. Okay. And the span of the cantilever beam we can say the 5 feet. So here suppose we put the simple value like 0 kilonewton of the UDL. We put the point load at the end support. So see here the fixed end is the right side and the free end is the left side. So we have to put the load here at the left side. So suppose the left side distance, A distance will be 0 and the load value we take at the 10 KIPS. So from this load we get the reaction values and the moment value here. So we know that on the free end there is no reaction, then the value is not available. In the right end the support is the fixed support, so here we get the value of the reaction at the right support, that is 10 KIPS. Second thing is the moment. So on the left support there is no support here, so there is no moment. On the right end there is the fixed support, so we get the negative value of the moment, that is P into L. So our load is 10 and the span is 5 meters. So our value is 10 into 5, that is 50 feet into KIPS of the moment, negative moment we get. So all over the diagram of this cantilever beam we get in the negative portion only. So we can see here the shear force value will be a straight line of the minus 10 kilonewton load, and here is the negative value of the bending moment, that is 0 to minus 50. You can see here in the shear force diagram and the bending moment diagram. Here you can see the slope profile and the deflection profile. So we know that at the right end there is a fixed support, then there is no deflection, no rotation. Okay, so the value is 0. And at the left end there is a free end, so here we get the maximum deflection value. That deflection is WL square by 2EI. WL L square divided by 3i, and the slope value is WL square divided by 2ei. So we can see here the profiles of the moment, slope, deflection, and the shear force. And here is the finite element tables for the 51 nodes. So this Excel is very helpful to calculate the simple kind of beams like simple beam, prop beam, fixed beam, and cantilever beam, to analyze the structure with the hand calculation as well as the Excel sheet. So these are our 4 beams. Then we can go with the continuous span. Okay. So in the continuous beam, we already I showed you that at the middle supports are the hinge, and the end support is maybe hinge or maybe fixed. And the span from the available support we choose our spans. Okay. So first example I take with the two span beam. 2 span of the continuous beam, there are the 3 support, and we just check that over the first support will be fixed, and the second support we get the pinned. Okay, so this is our beam like this one only. This is our beam where the first support is the fixed, the middle support is hinge, and the last support is pinned. That already we defined that the first support is the left hand. That is the first support, this is the second support, and this is the third support. So our total number of span is 2. So here I can write the 2. Okay. So I take the first span length. Suppose I take the first span length is 10 feet, and the second span length is 5 feet. Okay. And I put the loads. So first I put on the first span, I just take the 10 kilo-pound into feet, or kilo-pound per feet of the load I take UDL load. And on the second span, I take the point load of 10 kilonewton. So the distance A is coming from the left support. So the value is we can write here. From the left support, I just take the value is from 2 feet, 2.5 feet. The value of load is 10 kilonewton, and 10 KIPS. Okay. So this is our loading pattern. On the first span, we take the UDL in the all over the span. In the second span, I take the load of 10 kilonewton point load at the mid of that span. So these 2 load I just write here. So from these loads, we get the value of the reactions. So you can see here, firstly we tell about the moment. Okay. So from this loading condition, the first load coming at the span M1, at the support of M1. So M1 support is the fixed end. So here on the fixed end, the moment will come is 98.12. At the second support is the middle of the hinge. So on the continuous beam, at the middle support, the negative moment will come. So here the negative moment is coming from this loading condition is minus 53.75. And at the third point, our support is the pin support. So on the pin support, we already know that moment will be 0. So here you can see the 0 moment. So maximum moment at this beam is 50.05, and maximum negative moment is 98.12. So here you can see the shear force diagram as well as the bending moment diagram according to our the load condition. So on that span, at span 1, our load is UDL, so our shear force diagram will come at the inclined line. Okay, and on the second span, our load is a point load, so our shear force diagram is looking like these lines. So here you can see, and here you can see the moment, bending moment diagram. So you can see at the one it is the fixed end, so here the momentum is negative. At the middle end, there is the middle hinge, so here is the negative values. And at the end, there is a hinge support, so moment value is 0. So this is our deflection, bending moment diagram profile due to the given loading on the continuous beam. Here is the slope diagram. So you can see the slope is varying like this. Here is the deflection profile due to given loading. So for the analysis of the continuous, we use the several method. Like first one is the slope deflection method, moment distribution method. Third one is the free moment theorem, Clapeyron theorem. Then Carney's method, and some matrix method will be there like stiffness and flexibility method. So by using that kind of method, so we use the very lengthy calculation to calculate over the end moments as well as the shear force diagram and the bending moment diagram. So on this Excel sheet, we can easily calculate our values by simple putting our span value, the end condition and the loading condition on the structure. So we can easily analyze the values of our moment, bending moment diagram, shear force diagram, and the finite element method we can analyze easily this kind of all the beams. So thank you all of you. Is there any doubt on this Excel sheet? Please ask.
Which method is best for analyzing the whole continuous beam?
For the continuous beam, the very good method for the computer analysis is the flexibility method and the stiffness method. And for the simple calculation, the Carney's method is the best method to analyze the continuous beam.
Okay.
ये 51 नोड दिया गया है.
Sorry?
51 नोड क्यों?
51 node. Actually, this is the by default nodes we select. We can increase or decrease these nodes as per our requirement. This is the by default value. You can decrease these values as well as increase the values for the as per our analysis.
एक्चुअली मैं बताता हूँ, एक मिनट ऊपर जाना हर्षल.
Okay.
एक्चुअली फाइनाइट एलिमेंट मेथड का कॉन्सेप्ट ये होता है कि वो अगर 10 मीटर का है तो हम उस 10 मीटर को 1000 मतलब कोई फिक्स नहीं है, 1000 ऐसे पार्टिकल्स टुकड़े में तोड़कर हर टुकड़े की एनालिसिस करते हैं. तो ये जो 10 मीटर या जो भी मीटर का ये बीम है, उस जो भी बीम है उसको वो 51 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया है. और उस 51 पार्ट के डिवाइड में जो भी स्मॉल पीसेस बनेंगे उसका जो शेयर की वैल्यू है, मोमेंट की वैल्यू है, स्लोप की वैल्यू है और डिफ्लेक्शन की वैल्यू है, ये यहाँ पे ये बता रहा है. अगर यही हमने स्ट्रक्चर एनालिसिस में वहाँ पे पढ़ा था पीजी में कि फाइनाइट एलिमेंट मेथड वो बहुत ही हेक्टिक और बहुत ही कॉम्प्लेक्स एनालिसिस है, जो कि ये जो एक्सेल सीट है वो बहुत ही ईजिली तरीके से सॉल्व कर रहा है. मीन्स कि हर स्मॉल पीसेस का मोमेंट और शेयर और डिफ्लेक्शन निकालना बहुत ही डिफ़िकल्ट है. तो इसलिए इसने 51 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दिया है ताकि कोई से भी बड़े स्ट्रक्चर लो तो उसको अगर तुम 51 पार्ट में डिवाइड कर दो तो ईजिली उसका तुम काफ़ी बेटर एनालिसिस कर पाओगे. यही है. आई होप कि समझ में आए. ज़्यादा की रिक्वायरमेंट है तो तुम ज़्यादा ले सकते हो.
As per our requirement, we can increase or decrease the segment. So here we use the 50 segments. So if we have only requirement of the 10 segment, then we can decrease these segments easily.
और सेकंड चीज़ ये है कि जो हमारा सॉफ्टवेयर है, जितनी भी सॉफ्टवेयर तुम देख ले हो स्ट्रक्चर एनालिसिस की, वो सब FEM के बेस पे है. तो हम अगर ETAP को या SAP में भी अगर कोई एनालिसिस कर रहे हैं तो वो इसी कॉन्सेप्ट के ऊपर ये एनालिसिस करता है. जब तुम रन एंड एनालिसिस करके कोई चीज़ के रिजल्ट्स को निकालते हो, बेंडिंग मोमेंट, शेयर फोर्स, तो ये यही काम करता है. वो ब्रेक डाउन करता है हर टुकड़े में चीज़ों को. तो वो हर टुकड़े का एनालिसिस करता है एकदम बारीकी से, प्रिसाइजली, और फिर उसका रिजल्ट देता है जो ये एक्सेल सीट में कर रखा है. ठीक है.
सॉरी, आवाज नहीं आ रही प्रॉपर.
मुरुथम में ये था कि अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में यूडियल लोड लग रहा था।
ओके,
तो अपवर्ड डायरेक्शन में लगे तो उसका फिर वैल्यू कैसे मिल पाएगा?
for the upward direction UDL, here we put the UDL load in the positive direction. Okay, so just put simply -5. So it will be on the upward direction. For the downward direction is the +5. For the upward, this is the -5. Simple.
Any question from Krishna Joshi?
So,
Hello. Yes, Krishna.
hello. So,
Hello.
my question is, hello. Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Okay. So my question is, can we have any method or like theoretically, can we have any method so that we can reduce the negative movements?
For the reducing of the negative moments, actually the negative moment is coming from the fixed end or at the continuous beam at the middle part. Okay, so it will be depends on our loading condition. So there is a no another method for calculating this one. This is the analysis portion only. So for this one, if we want to reduce our negative moments, so we can increase over the section size. So it will coming under the designing part. So this is only for the analysis. So here we not be reduced.
और अनदर ये है निगेटिव मोमेंट को रिड्यूस करने का, जो मेनली जो निगेटिव मोमेंट है वो जो आ रहा है वो एंड पे आ रहा है। तो ये जो क्वेश्चन है ये डायरेक्टली आरसीसी से रिलेशन हो गया। स्ट्रक्चर एनालिसिस का भी ये क्वेश्चन है, कह नहीं सकते कि नहीं है, बट इसका डायरेक्टली अगर तुम कह रहे हो कि निगेटिव मोमेंट कैसे रिड्यूस करना है, तो एक तो सही बोला है कि हर्षल ने कि हम उसके सेक्शन को अगर डिक्रीज इंक्रीज करते हैं तो उससे मोमेंट चेंज होगा। सेकेंड चीज़ हमको जो है वहाँ पे अगर तुम जो निगेटिव मोमेंट है उसके रिक्वायरमेंट के अकॉर्डिंग अगर हम रेनफोर्समेंट प्रोवाइड करते हैं एंड पे तो भी हम कर सकते हैं।
Yes, yes.
Okay. And the third criteria is, you can see here, there is a two beam. First one is the prop beam, second one is the cantilever beam. Okay. So on the cantilever beam at the free end, there is the maximum deflection. Okay. So due to this deflection at the fixed end, there is a means more negative moment will come here. Okay. So if we can convert this cantilever beam in the prop cantilever beam, so we can reduce our deflection at the B point or deflection in the beam, and we can reduce also the negative moment here. So for the means for at the analysis point of view, if we want to decrease our moment, so we can change over the we can change the beam pattern like cantilever to the prop cantilever like this.
Okay,
We can
that
do
will
on the
depend on-
analysis. Yes, but at the design part or on the site, as per the requirement, we can just change. Means we can use the different kind of section, so we can reduce this one.
Thank you, Arshad.
थैंक यू हर्षल फॉर द नाइस प्रेजेंटेशन। रियली काफ़ी अच्छा था, काफ़ी हेल्पफुल होगा लोगों के लिए।
Yes.
सही है। ओके वर्षा, एनी क्वेश्चन फ्रॉम योर साइड?
No question.
ओके,
Okay. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone understand this presentation. So thank you.